DoshaLyfeTv, baby. We back. Okay, so look. I kind of break down a couple things about the Bible. Since YouTube want to ban videos, I have a Patreon, by the way. So, DoshaLyfeTV on Patreon. I'm going to put the link under the video. But yeah, like, subscribe. I'm going to have regular content, and I'm going to have some, stuff that, we got to pay to get into for real. Like 11. Ain't that much. But anyway, though, the Bible. When it comes to the Bible, you gotta understand. I'm not just gonna touch on the Bible. I'm gonna give you a taste of what you're gonna start seeing on that channel. But I'm gonna go deep, very deep. So, when it comes to the Bible, you gotta understand. The English language is not our tongue. It's not our original tongue, first of all. All these words that's in the English language are words that predate the English language. They come from somewhere. This language is made out of 3 or 4 different languages. Fur on my phone. But now, when it comes to that, a lot of the words that we think we know the meaning of are not even the right words. White and black. Shoot, Caucasian used to be a region. There was black Caucasians. Black. Be lack. You know what I'm saying? The opposite of more. More is spelled all different ways. It's the sound that carries the frequency. So when you say M-U-U-R, M-O-O-R, M-O-R-E, it's the same. And we are Moors. Or if you're melanated. Moor is just a color for darkness. But now, anyway, though. This is back to this Bible story. So, let's look at Adam and Eve. In the book of Genesis. Genes of Isis. Genes of Isis. It's an Egyptian god. Even the word Egypt is a Greek word. Anyway, genes of Isis. You're in the book of Genes of Isis. And the story about the Israelites. Isis Ra Elohim. Anyway. And the story about the creation. Adam and Eve. Atoms and evolution. Eve and El. Even Elohim. Eve with a evil. Even El is evil. Evil means love. Evolution is love. Evil with a V is evolve. Evolution is growth. Even El that means the evolution of the spirit, which is basically the growth of the spirit. From where? The soul. It's really that deep. So you got atoms and you got Eve. The evolution of these atoms. So when you come down to the evolution of atoms and the love that fuels it, let's look at the Garden of Eden. Let's say you're the Garden of Eden. Well, now, let's say you're living in the Garden of Eden now. Let's say that's just, I'm not gonna say what the Garden of Eden is, but you are the tree of life in this Garden of Eden. You, that serpent, that snake that climbs the tree, it's your kundalini, your spinal cord. That snake that climbs the tree is your spinal cord, your kundalini that rises up your chakras, the energy centers of your body, all the way up to your third eye, your all-seeing eye and your crown. And your all-seeing eye is that forbidden fruit that you will eat to become wise and think like a god. Adam and Eve. So these atoms are fueled by love that rises up the snake, the kundalini, to your third eye, that forbidden fruit. And they say you was kicked out the Garden of Eve. they didn't want you to eat the fruit because you would think like a god. And look at you now. It's that Christ consciousness. The Christ Christian is Christ ions. You have 72 crystals in your third eye. Well, I'm going to get back to that. See that snake? It started out as a sperm cell. That sperm cell is a little serpent. You're a serpent. The word naga, you know what that word roots to? By the way, you're a serpent. The snake grows into a giant brain and brainstem. It goes through the 4 evolutionary stages of life until it becomes this. You are that thought form. You know, you are that thought form. But I'm going way off subject. But you know, Adam and Eve, you know what I'm saying? Evolution. You know, I gotta get back on subject. You know what I'm saying? So, when it comes down to it, you got the word love. Adam and Eve is still, in a sense, the masculine and feminine principle. Because Adam is a solid object. It's an atom. It's matter. That's the masculine. Eve is the evolution of that matter. The love that comes from the unstructured source that fused and gave that atom life. The darkness. One represents the light, one represents the darkness. Darkness is not evil. Oh wait, it is. It's evolution of spirit. But no, I'm saying in that sense. So, when it comes to Jerusalem, or not just that, the story of Jesus, the story of Christ, you are Christ-minded, right? You got 72 crystals in your third eye. These 72 crystals are these 72 virgins in heaven, in that religion. These 72 crystals, there's 72 spirits tied to, you know what I'm saying, to these crystals. Each crystal has a spirit. These are all governed parts of yourself. You are a soul, spiritual beings. You create spirits. But yeah, you are Christ ion. Didn't Saturn just meet with Jupiter? Ain't that the Christ star? Christ consciousness is here. This is 2020 or 2012 in the real calendar. You know, it don't start 2021 until March. On the lunar cycle is 2020, 21 right now, you know. Anyway, Christ consciousness is here. So, it's nothing to worry about on that. All you gotta do is elevate it. They can't hide the truth no more, so they try to change your mind. So, let's get down to even deeper. The letter J on Jesus. The letter J and the letter Y and the letter H. You could say Yahshua, you could say Jesus. Why is the letter Y and H interchangeable like that? A Y is an upside down H. Understand when they create these symbols. With these symbols, what they're doing is they're binding a bunch of different characteristics of masculine and feminine energy. In a sense, when I say straight lines representing the masculine and the curves representing the feminine. So these crystals, you know what I'm saying? Well, look, not the crystals, the words that they create come from them binding these different things to create the alphabets, which are symbols that carry different significant signatures to certain frequencies, and binding these symbols together. The consonants being the soul, the vowel being the spirit, the change that defines the energy. You know what I'm saying? They bind these consonants together to create spells. That's why it's called spelling. Each alphabet has its own meaning. That's how you really break down words with the etymology. So you go to Israel, Isis, Ra, Elohim. So that's off the sum. We'll get to the first thing. You got Jerusalem, not Jerusalem. The letter J is interchangeable with H and Y. Every religion, every language you see, there's no J except for us. Why? It's a new alphabet. It only existed about 250 years old. The English language just got completed, 200 years ago. They still adding to it. Understand this. If you look on Google Translator, type in Jerusalem, on that side of the world, it's going to be spelled Jerusalem. Heru, the temple of Heru. Understand, what is the Egyptian version of Jesus? Heru or Horus. What is the Eye of Horus? You want to say that's Illuminati or whatever, people that believe other stuff. Illuminati really means enlightenment, but we don't know the words, huh? But anyway, look at this. Just like the back of the dollar bill. You have a third eye sitting on top of a pyramid. The nose, the know ledge, the ledge for what you know. Knowledge. Power in the tongue. Drawing the energy through this pyramid. But now, this third eye is the Christ. That Heru, the Horus, that Jesus within you. Whatever religion you believe, they're all just different translations of the same energy. But these things that are really energies really don't have a title that can be spoken with a human tongue. We just give them titles with a human tongue. So let's look at the masculine and feminine. The side of your brain that deals with the atoms. Your left side, your left brain, the masculine side, the side that deals with logic, that's the masculine. That's the energy of the sun. You know what I'm saying? On the frequency of the sun, or the frequency of the light, the divine masculine. On this side, the creativity, the divine feminine, is on this side. This side deals with creativity. This side deals with openness, freeness. All the things that define the darkness in the dark realm. That's the energy frequency of your right brain. All the things that define the light realm, which is the divine physical, the divine masculine, which is this physical plane of existence, the realm of life. Left brain, the balance between the two, the seat, the third eye. So it's like you can say the moon on this side, the sun on this side, third eye right there. Just however you want it to be. Anyway. So I could say this is the raw side. This is the Isis. This is the Heru. This is the pyramid. You are pyramid. Your skin cells are like pyramids. Anyway. So, all these Egyptian gods, I want to fear Egypt and stuff like that. Not realizing that when they went into all these different holy lands to take knowledge and stuff like that, to create a Bible, taking all these books, they went through Egypt. They blew the noses off a lot of these statues. Who do you think blew them noses off? Napoleon and them. They did all that. They went around the world doing stuff, but nah. Yeah, think about it. When it comes to Egypt, they went in and out these pyramids, taking all these knowledge, writing down all these scriptures, seeing all these different Egyptian gods and deities and gold. And you don't realize these scriptures and stuff like that, these different deities, these deities basically are all still parts of self, just like what the Bible talking about. When I'm talking about, okay, so let me break this down. If I wanted to paint a picture of an energy, of something that's all seeing, that can see above, that's an overseer. What's an overseer in this plane? A bird. So why you think they have a bird head? When you put a bird head on Heru, which is your all-seeing eye. This is just symbology for the spiritual energies that's the parts of yourself. See, you are the soul. These thought forms are real energies that exist even outside of the self. But you are the creator. And you create from there. The Osiris, that's your subconscious. You know, the subconscious mind, that's Osiris. You know, there's levels to this. So you got the gatekeeper, the underworld. The underworld is the world within you, the realm of darkness, the realm of your soul. When you close your eyes and you dream at night, you in that realm of darkness where you can see your true light. When you meditate, you in that realm of darkness, you can see your true light. The light of your soul. Enlightenment. Let's break down that word. Inner light of the mental. Inner light of the mental. Your mental, your mind, that's the thought process of your soul, the inner light of your soul. That light carries the information of truth. So you gotta understand, your mind is who you are. Your soul is who you are. Your brain is not who you are. Your brain is the control center. It is a giant computer for this biological tree of life. This biological robot that you control from this control center. That has 72 different crystals of spiritual energy and powers within you. Along with those as of your DNA. You are a multi-dimensional being. You exist on multiple timelines. But this here, your crown, this control room, it's not a little man, it's the energy. Or multiple energies that govern different parts of it. They work on a morphogenic field of energy. Shit. They work on a morphogenic field of energy. So like say for instance, y'all don't understand that possession, yeah, it's real, but y'all don't understand it to be for what it is. So let's say, if I'm happy, and I go around somebody else and they can feed off my happiness, we're on the same morphogenic field of happiness. We might act and move the same, in a sense. The happiness is a spirit. Just like how birds could swim. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know, I said birds swim. This how fish could swim and not bump into each other, or birds can fly. You know, shout out to Osei. Yeah, man. That's just how that shit goes, you know. You might bump into a many versions of you. Like say everybody want to say, okay, when it comes to the different culture called the Yoruba culture, you know, you got Oshun. There's a lot of women say, I'm Oshun. The morphogenic field is what it tell you that. It's an energy, it's a thought form, a morphogenic energy that can take on the form of a physical matter, whether it be person, place, or thing. So you can't look at things at the bounds of matter. This illusion of flesh. I mean, this illusion of separation. Your flesh is just merely your energy trapped in cells. So that's another story. I went off subject like crazy. But nah, I just felt like dropping some jewels on you. If you want to elevate to a new morphogenic field, all you got to do is basically you go up in consciousness. When you raise into a new vibration, you up into a new morphogenic field of energy where you'll see everything at that same frequency as you. So with that being said, just like a school of fish could swim around, one might eat a bad worm, it throws its frequency off. It swims away from its fish. It's not on the same field, it's lower in frequency. It don't see its fish. It might swim to the surface to get eaten, and then that's another story. But nah, They all swim around on the same mind. One mind governs all those fish. When one's hungry, they all hungry. When one goes up, they all go up. They don't bump into each other. The birds fly, they fly in coordination. It don't matter. You could be looking at a bunch of zebra ones. When one look up, they all look up. It's just the mind. It's one mind that governs it. When you see somebody, when you meet somebody, the parts of yourself that you see in them is the parts of yourself that you vibe with. The energy of the same morphogenic field as you. You connect depending on how close of a frequency. By other words, how much of yourself you see in that person. Because there's many yous walking around here. See, that mind governs more than one energy field. The mind governs multiple. You know, just like, say for instance, I got my skin cells, right? Or better yet, I can say my lung cells. They all know that they're lung cells. They all move, have their own individual lifespans. You know, they got cell membranes, so that means memory brains. Memories with brains. They have memory. They communicate with each other. They have their own lifespan, but they all know how to assume they roll because they're on the same mind. They're on the same frequency, but they're all individuals. You know what I'm saying? It just so happens that in this realm, we all split the fuck up. We're not moving in the same tribes as we did. So everybody's all over the place. So you're just likely to bump into people that like you all the time just by being on your frequency. You control what you manifest. So I mean, that's just how that is. You know, you talk to one plant, the whole forest feel you. They all connected. There's levels to this. There is no separation. Energy travels through matter. Matter is just the physical makeup of this energy. It's like painting a picture of the energy that was already there. Let's break that down like this. You got third dimension, fourth dimension, fifth dimension, right? Third dimension is this physical. Fourth dimension is the dimension of time. In other words, the measurement of from when the matter can get to the point of where it's at now to the point where the energy is. When you plan an energy in your mind, it already exists in the fourth dimension. That is the realm of raw energy of this third dimension. When you place your energy, it exists already. The measurement from point A to point B, from when a matter is in this matrix to the point where it meets that energy, is the measurement of time. You exist on multiple timelines. This isn't your only one. This energy is on another frequency as well. On another, it's deeper than that. But look, when it comes to it, what's in this fourth dimension is created by what's in this fifth dimension. And that's the dimension of that darkness. The fourth is like the limbo. This is the hell. The soul realm is that fifth dimension. It gets higher and higher. There's more. It gets deeper, in other words. You are infinite. So you create from this fifth into the fourth to be in this field of energy. So the matter can go from point A to point B, and how you measure it, point A to point B, determines the time. You are the center of time. The sun the moon going around the earth. You can measure time by that. You can measure time by the sun going around the moon. The earth going around the sun. Excuse me. It's however you want to do it. We have more than one timeline. We have more than one type of calendar. So, how do you know this is year 2021? So, yeah. I just came to drop some jewels, man. Because you're the jewels. See, the word Israelite, Isis Ra Elohim, means inward looker. Inward looker, as in you look inward to see outward. You look into your soul to see the truth of the light of this physical. This is what you do with this hair root, this Christ mind. The Bible say keep your eyes open. It's not talking these. These are opticals. This is your flesh. You are a being within the flesh. You are the brain and brainstem that's living, looking outward into the flesh and then to the physical world. Even the flesh is outside of you. Inside or outside. It don't matter. You look into your soul. There's more to life than what's in this physical on the outside realm, which is the divine masculine, the inside realm, being divine feminine. A man's sexual parts go out, a woman's sexual parts go in. Ooh, it's deep. I could talk all night. I could talk all night, but I ain't gonna make this video too long. So, hit the Patreon. I'm gonna really be dropping some jewels on that. I ain't dropping some of the same stuff, but I'm gonna try to get on that podcast life for that. So, work with me. Then like, subscribe, hit the cash app, peace family.